Families today face pressures unlike anything they've ever faced before. Most families are solid enough and loving enough to push back, keeping themselves intact. Some families aren't as solid and they crack under the strain, but with the right help, they keep it together. Sometimes the pressures build and build and build until other families just explode into violence, neglect, even sexual and emotional abuse. When it gets this bad, who picks up the pieces? It's a tough job that requires what Potter Children's Home and you offer together, the hands of service.
Throughout the Bible, we find many examples of God accomplishing His work through the hands of His children. There's probably no greater example or illustration of God doing this than found in John chapter 13, where Jesus girded Himself about with a towel and knelt down and washed the feet of His disciples. By example, Jesus taught us this hands-on personal ministry to others. Many children's needs, however, can be met only when thousands of hands of service from many congregations join together to accomplish the work that cannot be accomplished in a single home by itself. Such is the work that is performed here at Potter Children's Home.
Looking back and knowing now that I have my family and I know where we are, I know that I never could have had this great wealth of spirituality. I know that I owe all to Potter.
They taught me Christian beliefs and how to live my life better and prosper and put God first.
If I hadn't come to Potter, I'd probably be dead or pregnant or out on the street or something, you know.
And I wouldn't be a Christian. I wouldn't know nothing about God either.
Potter had its beginning in 1901 when Clinton and Mary Potter established Potter Bible College in Bowling Green, Kentucky. They named the school in memory of their son, Eldon S. Potter. In 1914, the decision was made to close the Bible College and begin the Children's Home, making use of the same property and the same Christian principles. Today, Potter Children's Home and you carry out its mission on an 87-acre campus that serves at-risk children and families in crisis through 3 programs. The Cottage Care program serves as many as 30 children, ages 6 to 18, in 3 cottages. We normally operate at about 75% of capacity.
The biggest thing that we can provide these children is our love and attention.
People here care about you and they will help you through your problems.
The kids that we see come from all different backgrounds, just like the world. There's all different walks of life, and we seem to get every one of them, from sexual abuse to verbal abuse to poverty.
The biggest difference that Potter makes is that it takes young people who have lived in dysfunctional families and gives them some kind of stability. It gives them guidance that maybe they never have had before. It gives them a spiritual base for which they can build on in their adult lives.
My life before wasn't that good. I hung around the wrong crowd. Now that I've come here, I've changed a lot in different ways.
A lot of it is just being able to have someone that would listen to them. It's a place of safety for them to start working through some of those issues.
It helped me to realize how what I do affects everyone else.
You have sunflowers like mums and stuff that bloom in the fall. You have sunflowers bloom in the spring and summer. And the point to that is that every flower has its own season and blooms in its own time. Our society today tends to say if you don't bloom on this time schedule, then we can't use you.
Very few young people today are in a position to support themselves when they turn 18. For those who have been in our Cottage Care program, the Transitional Living program helps young men and women develop financial responsibility as they work, attend college, or complete a vocational training program. This helps them successfully make the transition from dependence to independence.
Well, we had one young man who left the home from the cottages when he turned 18, dropped out of high school. He came back with us this last February. We were able to offer this program to him. Within 2 months, he had his GED, and now he's a full-time college student.
I didn't have any direction before, and now that I am in the Transitional Living program, I have my sights set on certain goals. I want to receive my associate's degree in architectural drafting and my master's in industrial technology. and go from there. But I believe without this program it wouldn't be possible.
He knows that somebody's there that cares and can reach out and give him assistance.
Hopefully by the time that they leave our program and establish their own home, they're going to be able to take care of themselves.
The tradition for my whole family's changed. Nobody's ever finished school or anything. And now I have a chance to do that and set an example for the younger ones.
And our innovative single-parent program offers a home-like environment that makes it possible for Christian mothers or fathers and their children to stay together while they reconstruct their lives.
Being in the program has meant a lot to me. It's given me, you might say, my family back.
Each day at Potter, we're able to see those you help us serve develop that Christ-like spirit of serving others. You keep the hands of service alive and pass that legacy on to new generations.
Potter is committed to operating programs that the church believes in and operating those programs at a level that the church is willing to support. Thus, Potter depends upon the support from churches of Christ and individual Christians. The leadership at Potter believes that depending upon state and federal funds is in conflict with scriptural directions given to us in verses like Matthew 5:16, where it states, "Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father who is in heaven." And also Matthew 25, verses 31 through 46, where Jesus, in effect, gives us our final exam on faithfulness as to how his church must respond to those who are in need, those who are hungry and thirsty, those who are sick, those who are in prison, and those who need shelter.
Every day in America, 1,106 teens have abortions. 248 children are arrested for violent crimes. 2,250 children drop out of school. 3,288 children run away from home. 1,849 children are abused or neglected. 2,989 children see their parents divorce. 6 teenagers commit suicide, and 27 children die from poverty. Our goal has always been to be used by the church in countering this warfare of Satan against children and their families.
The things that go on at Potter Children's Home help change the lives of people in a very personal way. That then affects the people that they come in contact with for years and years to come.
Potter provides not only a home setting for the children, it also provides a spiritual setting for those children. And we try to provide them with the spiritual values, the Christian values that believe will assist them in becoming successful adults.
We're doing a good work. We're changing children's lives. I feel like that's the most rewarding part of serving on the board.
People that support us really make it possible for us to be advocates for the children. It just opens the door for you to open the door to Christ.
We really need to look into the biblical background of a home in general. If the home is sound, if it is practicing what it preaches, then it's worthy of the support.
The mission of Potter today is, as it always has been, of course, the thrust of it is spirituality. If it wasn't for that, Potter wouldn't be here. And, of course, a spiritual person is a person that's wanted in this world.
It pleases me very much to know that a place that harbored us for a while is still in operation. To me, it's the ultimate expression of God's love to us, that we show love to somebody else. And what more can you do than to show love for a child who has no home and to provide one for them?
How wonderful it is to be on the campus of Potter Children's Home. And I'm grateful for the beauty of that which occurs. I'm surrounded by wonderful boys and girls. And they're being quiet right now because they asked to be. But if a few moments ago you'd been here, you would have heard this rollicking laughter that belongs to happy young people who are being blessed by the things that occur here on this campus. And you can help them. I want to put another story in your mind. You know, a long time ago, Jesus Christ our Lord was on his way to Jerusalem to die. Transjordan was where it was occurring. And as he made that journey, knowing that every step brought him closer to death, he had to wind up all of these things he'd been talking about. Well, no one with that seriousness of purpose would have time for children, but he did. And when the disciples resisted the mothers bringing the children to him, he said, no, no, you suffer those children to come to me. He was indignant about the whole thing. Anybody that would block the Lord from seeing a child was not befriending him. And it's the same way. I want you to love these boys and girls. I want you to share with them as full as you can. I work with a great board of trustees, unselfish in all that they do. Everything that's done here is for the benefit of this product that you see round about me right now. And so I ask you to join your hands in this great hands of service. Give generously and fully. The Lord will bless you because you're doing His work. And we've got a great future that's before us. The investment in the handsomeness of these boys and girls. And may the Lord bless you to the fullness of your ability in sharing so that a great work may continue. God's blessings upon you always.
Potter Children's Home has provided a home to over 3,000 children. The key to future success is God giving individual Christians the ability and the desire to support the work. A very special way for you to help is by becoming part of our Hands of Service family. I hope that you will make your commitment to join us today.
Where their wisdom and knowledge grow, God give us Christian homes. God give us Christian